So 2 nights ago I decided to go out to the garage to see if the plucky little LXS wanted to come to life, and he had a flat battery. Yes, we are back out on the Lexmoto LXS today. It's been a while since this bike was on the channel. It's been a while since I rode this bike. In fact, it's been a while since anyone rode this bike. Poor little bike just gets left in my garage and forgotten about. And when I say poor little bike, I kind of make it sound like he's not looked after. It's not that at all. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Most 125s, they get used and abused. A lot of them are parked outside in the rain, used in the rain, not cleaned, and they go rusty. With this bike, it's quite the opposite. This bike was, for those of you that don't know, this is my son's bike. He bought it brand new, but he doesn't ride it, and so the bike gets parked he's parked in my garage, nice and dry, and just forgotten about, which is a shame because it's a lovely little bike to ride. So I thought to myself, why don't I take this bike out? You know, he hasn't been used in quite a while. So I said to my son, I'm going to take your bike out, and he's perfectly okay with that. He totally does not mind me taking this bike out, and I think I might do that at least once a month, even just for a small ride out. It's not good for vehicles to not be used, whether it's a car or a bike. They do need to be used, and you know, vehicles that are used daily, typically they fare better than vehicles that are just parked up and never used. So I said to my son, I'm going to take your bike out, and he said, yeah, that's absolutely fine. But of course, with the bike having not been used, when I decided I'm taking your bike out, of course, there was always the possibility that he wasn't going to start. So, although he hasn't been used in months, I had started it from time to time, but just starting the bike, that won't keep its battery charged. You do need to be out and using the bike. And although I'd started it from time to time, there was the possibility that he wasn't going to start. So 2 nights ago I decided to go out to the garage to see if the plucky little LXS wanted to come to life, and he had a flat battery. Yes, despite me having started him from time to time, this time he decided, no, we're not going anywhere. I'm too comfortable in this nice dry garage, so I'm not going anywhere. So then I had to go through the hassle of finding out where this bike's battery was, and having found out where the battery was, removed it, charged it and refitted it, I now feel like I've been a little bit spoilt by my sports bikes, where to get to the battery you simply use the key to remove the seat and ta-da, there's the battery, and that works. I assumed it would be the same on this bike. Absolutely not. The key actually removes the pillion seat, and there's nothing under there. The main seat, well, that's bolted in place. The battery's not under there either. The battery is actually under this side panel here, and to get it off you have to remove this bolt, and there's a clip here and a clip here and there's a clip up here somewhere, and the thing just pops off. Only it doesn't come completely off because it stays tethered up there. But the battery sits just under here, and it's kind of wedged in place, and it's quite difficult to get out because you've then got to remove 2 more bolts down here for this panel to swing out the way. Yeah, the battery was an absolute pain to get to, an absolute pain to get out. But we eventually got the battery out, got it charged, got it refitted. That was as difficult as getting it out. But then that's all the more reason for me to start using this bike, or for my son to start using the bike, or maybe we both use it, I don't know. But it's all the more reason to keep the bike in use, because otherwise the battery's just gonna go flat. But I tell you, this battery, if ever I make a video about this bike, if I ride this bike often enough and I make a video talking about the things that I don't like about this bike, the battery's probably going to be at the top of the list. Followed closely by this L plate. And the reason why the L plate is one of the things that I don't like is, from the factory you get this arm. It needs changing, it needs a tail tidy. But from the factory you get the arm. And most people buying these are going to be on L plates. Now, yes, I could take the L plate off it because I don't need it, but I don't want to take the L plate off every time I want to ride the bike and put it back on every time my son wants to ride the bike. So an X through the L will do for me while I'm riding. But the reason why the L plate is such a problem is because naturally, where's the garage that you're buying the bike from going to put the L plate? Well, they're going to put it underneath the number plate, and then every single time you go over a bump, rattles, makes the bike sound rattly, and it's not. It's just the damn L plate. I'm actually far more likely to make a video talking about the things that I do like about this motorbike. On an unrelated topic, check out this building behind me. It's a church, and regardless of whether you're religious or not, we've certainly picked a very nice place to stop today. Yes, I've said it before and I'll say it again. For me, this is one very comfortable motorbike. Yes, I'm used to sports bikes, and you don't really associate sports bikes with comfort, but the LXS, although some people think it's a sports bike, it's actually a sports tourer, and it has a very nice upright riding position, which I don't get to experience very often. Rafiki is quite comfortable given what he is, but he is still a sports bike. I did my test on an MT-07. That was lovely, that was quite upright. And even though I knew that this LXS had an upright riding position, it still pleasantly caught me by surprise. It has bars that are definitely higher than I'm used to, pegs that are definitely lower, and it also pleasantly catches me by surprise every single time just how much you can chuck this bike into a turn, chuck it about the place. It's very agile in that respect, and whilst in the wet I wouldn't put too much faith in the stock tyres, I don't know what they are, certainly in the dry you can chuck it about the place, and that catches me by surprise as well. Maybe that's just a characteristic of this bike, or maybe it's one of those characteristics of bikes that are more upright like this one is. Whatever it is, I'm completely convinced today that I am going to take this bike out more regularly. If my son isn't going to ride this bike, then I will, even if it's just once a month. This bike definitely deserves more than being left in a garage and forgotten about.